Today I'm bringing you a sad story, and it's about Stephen Twitchballs. He was a DJ for the Ellen DeGeneres show. He was also a dancer who rose to fame on So You Think You Can Dance. He has died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. It's just a huge outpouring from a lot of people about the fact that he died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. A lot of people were saying that they didn't think anything was wrong with him. He seemed happy all the time. Nothing was, he was financially was okay, and he was doing great. So they don't understand why he died. He was shooting videos like 2 days before this even happened. He just had an anniversary, and he was happy and no problem. So to the celebrities, so they just had a large outpouring of thing about mental health and checking on people and all this kind of stuff. But he did die. He was found in an LA motel, and they said there was a note there, and this note did detail some challenges of some of the things he'd been going through. They did not share exactly what it was, so it may come out later on. What do you think about this death and taking his own life?
Okay, well, first off, I'm in shock because I've been following this young man for years. The first time I saw him was on So You Think You Could Dance, and now being a DJ on the Ellen show, he looked like he had the world at his fingertips. And for that, I just love it. I love the inspiration he gave to a lot of people. But now, for his death, his wife, his children, I know they're suffering. But the one thing I know above all, if he had any other option, he would have taken it. He did not know. He obviously battled with depression and he could not see a way out. And as much information there is about mental illness, you wonder, but I'm just going to say, men don't come out with their mental illness the way women do. There have been some stars now, celebrities that are saying that they have depression, but that's hard for a man to do sometimes, to admit that he has depression. So I do understand.
I agree with that. And one of the things people don't understand is that people are depressed and thinking about taking their own life. They're not going to show you that. They're going to be, they said, well, they look so happy. Of course, because they were doing what people want them to do. They put on this facade every day of happiness and everything's fine and everything's perfect, when in fact, they're actually battling demons. And it's hard for them to get up there. The pain, it's painful to even pretend like you're happy when you're depressed, and it's a lot around depression. So he had a lot of people fooled. Like somebody, a lot of people said, "I didn't see this coming. It came from nowhere." Well, oftentimes you won't see it coming. They're not going to let you know, and they're going to be happy. Sometimes they're happy because they made the decision that they're going to end their life in a few days. So they're happy, they're upbeat, they're doing all the things they want to do because they know there's a way out of this pain. And the fact that he had checked into a hotel the day before, he had time to plan this here. He knew what he was going to do, when he was going to do it. He turned his telephone off. He wouldn't answer no phone calls. He knew it, so he was happy. So a couple days, yeah, I'm happy because I'm not gonna be here. I'm not gonna be in this world by the end of this week.
And you said the right words, pain. That man was going through a lot of pain and a lot of suffering. And sometimes you want to relieve your pain and suffering. Now, we don't even know. He could have been on medication. He could have been in therapy. But whatever it was, it just wasn't enough to help him. And you tell me how people hide it. How many days on a small scale? How many days do people walk up to you and say, "How you doing?" And you say, "Fine." Look, your lights could have got cut off that morning, but you're not showing that side to the rest of the world. Some things are private. And like I said again, depression affects everybody. I don't care if you're the richest man in the world, you can be depressed. You can be actors, got a big movie coming out, you can be depressed. And the judge, mother and daughters, both of them have admitted to depression. Brad Pitt has said he's been depressed. Kerry Washington and Dwayne Johnson have all admitted to depression. So anyone can suffer depression. The whole thing is you have to get help. And your family closest to you is the one that's most likely going to notice. But even then, they're not going to believe you're going to kill yourself. They just know you're going through something and hope you get over it. And they may even make help for you. But if you know somebody who is truly suicidal, sometimes you have to cross that uncomfortable path and have them committed to they're no longer suicidal. You may have to do that.
And you just don't know. Like I said, they said You need to check on people all the time. And again, in this case that you checked on him, he was doing fine. But as everyone knows, if someone has made the decision to kill themselves, there's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing you can do. You can't stop them. Once they made that decision, you can. But if you know someone is battling something, that's when you got to come in early on. You can't come in at the end and do all of that. You got to come in early on. And there's a lot of people, they know who they are. And that's why people need therapy. They know, like the ones you just named, those celebrities, I'm sure some of them in therapy, some of them taking medications. So that's what we have to do to help them. So Twitch, he had a wife and 3 beautiful children. And so it's gonna be sad for them. It really is.
He did. And because people say, how could he leave his kids? How could he leave his wife? And he could have got another job. All those things are true. But how could he do it? He had no option. The only option he saw was death, and that's the option that he took.
This is a hard case because everything was going well for him, seemingly on the outside. As far as opportunities for 2023, he was already pretty much had a lot of opportunities, gonna be booked and busy. And they had the money. It's just again that depression and those thoughts kick in. You can have the world and still have issues with mental health.
You can have a debilitating mental illness even when you have the world at your fingertips. So we're going to miss him. We really will. That fun dancing, he was just on top of the world.
So many videos of having fun, so many videos of that. We all try to dance like him, wish we could dance like him. And I think Ellen DeGeneres did a good video of all those memories together, a lot of their memories together. So it's just going to be a sad day for us all.
And I will say this, he was on the Ellen DeGeneres show, and the last episode of her show was sort of a tribute to Twitch.
I guess the last comment I want to make is, again, if you know folks with mental illness, please reach out to them and help them get the help that they need. Thank you.